Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my disaster. I have no doubts that Franco is here, but whether or not he's asleep, that's a different question. Oh, there you are. Good morning. How are you? We have a little bit of work to do before we get to work, I guess. Let me pop some cells into here. Hopefully everything is good on your end, Franco. Can you believe that I made this entire mess in like days? It did not take long. Slept in until 9 a.m. So you're awake. Well, I slept in yesterday, so we are compadres for that. We're good, you know. Tired as always. Had an envelope with my address on it on the bench. Good thing it was upside down. Well, as I clean up, I'm going to show you guys what I have here because this is all mailbag stuff, which I don't do anymore. So let's start with this one. So basically I'll show you what it is and I'll put it away. So this is not electronics. Yes. This is a brake pipe flaring tool. Very fancy. Don't drop it in the coffee. I'll try not to. The coffee has nowhere else to go though, so very nice. So this is a basically, hold on, I need to go get a pair of pliers. Going over here. I really should get a ratchet in a socket, but I'm not going outside. So this is just to put the fittings onto brake pipes. So essentially, you open this up. I don't think you need to open it all the way. So there, so you put your brake line in there. Oh, it doesn't have grip. Hopefully it grips. Oh well, whatever. So you put your brake line in there, tighten her down. I guess they should have enough friction to hold it in. These are M6x1. They look like they're grade 8.8, so cheese grade, because they're Chinese. So anyways, yeah, you put that in, and then you put these fittings in, and you'll screw it in to there we go. So it extrudes these this fitting onto the hose. So that should thread into here. Oh, that does not thread nicely. Well, I regret everything. It doesn't, the threads aren't cut properly, or this block has no locating features. You are supposed to tighten it with the other one in, but alright, so I guess when there's already threads there, then you need the hose in. But anyways, yeah, you thread that in, and then you thread in the other side, and that gives you a double flare. I'm just gonna put these together because there's no need for them to be separate. So yeah, these are apparently really good tools to use compared to the traditional style, which I have, and are kind of shit to use. So yeah, this wasn't very expensive, like 15 bucks, but if you want to get them locally, they're like 90 bucks. So yeah, I'm gonna put this away. It needs to go in the other room because that's the automotive room. Oh, I've got some 3D prints to show you guys too. I've been doing stuff. Oh shit, my automotive room is getting a little full too. There we go. Okay, on to the next one. I'm gonna unplug my Unity power supply cables here. Oh yeah, actually one of the things that I did is up at the cottage, I was tired of carrying my big ass battery around, so I got a battery box and put a battery in it, and then I put a solar panel on it, and now it's at the cottage, so I don't have to move it around. So this is that stuff. This is the accessories from the battery. Oh, and this is what I was playing with the battery too. Are you a fan of the 3D prints, Franco? I didn't know you were. Okay, anyways, I'll put this battery stuff away. Oh yeah, my battery stuff is upstairs. Oh, whatever. I'll just put it where the battery stuff was, and then that'll be that. So yeah, I have this little PWM solar charge controller. And so it's really shit. And I have this really shit panel too. And both those things are now at my parents' cottage, charging my battery full time, which is nice. It was the guy in this one. I never made the video. It was a 12 volt 30 amp PWM controller, which looked like this. Is that guy. So I don't know if I like it yet, but it does the job, and they're like 10 bucks or 15 bucks. Very cheap. You like seeing what people... Okay, I mean, fair enough. All right, my silicone mat. There. Excuse me. LTT screwdriver. Which I've been liking, by the way. It's nice having all the bits in one spot. Case for, that would be the free touch deck. Morning, Mr. Carver. I'm just putting stuff away and showing you guys what I ordered on AliExpress, essentially. There we go. This over here. So yeah, this is one of the things. So these are, I think they're called Anderson Power Pole connectors. So there are these connectors that are all, focus you fuck, there we go, that are all identical. But when you go to plug them in, you reverse them and then they slide together. So that the positive is always with the positive, always on that side. So I bought this and a bunch of accessories for this. So let me show you. So this is the end here that you slide up into the clacker, and then this sort of like harsh edge you see here, it hooks up to that little those springs in there. So those springs get caught, you know, they catch this. Actually, I can slide it in because it's they're easy to remove. Yeah, it's pretty clever. So they are super common in automotive use, but I like it because it's high current. There we go. See, they slide in like that, and then they have like this bump. They have this bump up here. Why do you freaking not focus? There we go. Just too much contrasty stuff in the background. But anyways, they have this bump that allows them to hook up to each other. Put that like that. Get in there. There we go. So there, and then you put that like that, and then they do a snap here. I'll make the sound. So they snap together, and honestly, they can be kind of hard to pull apart. So that's why I have accessories. I have some open over here. So I have this. This was all ordered on AliExpress. By the way, it's not super expensive. So this is cool because it's all modular. So every single one of these, I'm going to get one. I'm thinking about building a Voron 2.4. Yeah, that's really cool of you, Joseph. Do you have somewhere you can share that journey? Because I am not earning enough this year to get a 2.4 going. I would love a 2.4, but it's not in the cards. Earnings are too low. What would be a suitable printer for that task? The 2.4? Or do you need another 3D printer to print parts for the Voron 2.4? So the 2.4 is a phenomenal printer, but there is a little bit of a chicken and the egg type problem for a 2.4 because you kind of want parts. You kind of want to print parts for the 2.4, right? Because yeah, you definitely need something that prints in ABS. You cannot do PETG. Oh yeah. The 2.4 is the ideal printer for Milo parts. Check the build volumes because I don't even think you need the big 2.4. I think you can get away with the 250. The Voron 2.4, the only printer really that is going to be better than the 2.4, more capable as 2.4, it would be the P1S and X1C Bambu Labs. So as I was saying, so you've got these handles, accessory handles for them, and these, they help you pull them apart. So that's pretty cool. And then there's another accessory, actually two more accessories that I got. So these things, this is why I can't be trusted on AliExpress. So these things are little waterproof plug covers, and they just go into the back here. They're not waterproof, they make them water resistant. Like so, and like so. These are used in automotive applications. You can use them for solar, but for solar there's MC4, which I think are better for the panel connections, but for the load side connections, these are pretty good, like for your solar inverter and stuff like that. Low amperage mains, probably not. I probably wouldn't use these on mains. They look like they'll fit the insulation criteria, but they're only 2-pole, right? And also, I don't think there's any safeguards against. I can get my finger in there, so I probably would say no to the AC wiring. So like this, and like this. There we go, and then there. So now they're kind of waterproof. One more accessory. Like I said, these things are like accessory full. These things. So these, they are covers. So you pop this up over here. See these ridges? The ridges hold this little loop in place. And then you pop this on, and then you've got a nice little cover for the plug. I would say for small AC motors and lights, just use regular plugs, you know? Or if it's internal, just use, I would, yeah, I guess if it's internal, maybe. You'd have to check. Go look at the data sheet for the Anderson power poles, and then you'll get an idea. Because I don't want to lead you astray. I don't know much about AC stuff. So, there we go. So this is now water resistant. Right, and then you pop these off, put these things together, and away you go. I think they're really cool, and I'm going to put them all together. And yeah, they're easy to assemble and disassemble. Like if I need to pop the wire out, you just press down on the spring. Probably won't use the knife because I don't want to stab myself. So you go in, you just press down on the spring, and then you can pull the terminal out. So yeah, one hand like that, pressing down on the spring, and the other one you just flick that out and it comes right out. If you've got wire attached to it, it's so much easier. So you push down the spring and you pull it out. So I like these things. Might make a little video on them. I do want to test them and see how much current. Use them on your, oh no, we're getting to the boat and sonar very shortly. So this is going to be, this is for the boat. Like I'm going to have a connect for the battery. So we're getting to that. But I did buy a solution for the plugs as well. So yeah, I bought I think I bought 10 of each. So 10 of the handles, 10 pairs of the waterproofing things. I bought 10 plastic housings with the poles, and 10 of these things. So yeah, I basically have enough for now. I got to put this aside because I got to go get a big Ziploc and put them all in. So I want all the power pole stuff to stay together. The only thing is to watch out for is that these things, apparently the gray and the red are not compatible with each other. So if things can't be plugged in together, you can use different colors. But I think that's a bit silly because I happen to have picked all gray because it was the cheapest on all the listings. But if I would have bought some parts gray, some parts red, I would have been screwed. So it's not great. So we are going to connect up the boat sonar today. We're going to make a solution. But this is what I have for that. So I did buy these tiny little M3 ring terminals. So that's going to go onto the boat wiring. I also bought these things. We have to make a couple of jumpers. These are harness pins. They're the pins that go inside automotive connectors. And I'm going to make a couple of crimps on some wires so I have some stuff to do diagnostics with. Here's some more of those plugs. Like I said, I got a bunch. So yeah, putting these away. These are suction cups I bought for the boat as well. I want to make a rig to hold the sonar. And I like these lever suction cups more than the just press and hold ones. Although these don't seem that great. So we'll have to see if these are good. These are actually meant to be automotive dent pulling suction cups. If I put it on the wall, let's see if it holds. It holds really well on the wall, so it must be because my... oh, I dropped one on the floor. Must be because the cutting mat is damaged. How's it going, Adam? Come to join you because stuff not working. Yeah, stuff doesn't work here either, so good luck. Yeah, these were really cheap. I got these in pairs, so I bought 2 pairs. So that doesn't work very well. Maybe if I move my mat, maybe it'll work. Or if I use a different surface, clean surface. I mean, that's pretty strong. Just on the flat surface of that, or flat, clean surface of the bottom of the can. I mean, it works. I will tie it off to the boat, though, in case it lets go. But the back of the boat is just like a smooth piece of aluminum, so I'm going to jam that on there and see if that works. That's good. Can put this over here where I'm going to regret because I have no more room to put anything. Now, to the disappointing bits. These things I bought, and it sucks I bought a couple of these. So I bought two of these and 1 of these. And this is massive regret. So I have Blooming Linux not working. Yeah, it probably does work better when it's wet. So I bought these fuse holders to put on top of the boat battery, and they're kind of shit. So let me show you. So this is a device you should be able to. It's a fuse that you should be able to slide in. Because you see how it's made? It has kind of like the little hook. Butterfingers. So let's loosen this up. Loosen this up. So you put it underneath here, and then you should be able to slide it in. Okay, slid it in, but on the wrong side. Get in there. Try to lift up that lock washer. But this is the issue. The body of the fuse. Here, let me just show you the issue I've already discovered. You can move these tabs out of the way, it doesn't really matter. The body of the fuse, it doesn't fit in that hole. Hang on a sec, oh yeah, wait, I have a magnifying glass for this. Oh no, where'd my magnifying glass go? Oh, here. There we go. Look. The body of the fuse. Sorry, my magnifying glass is filthy. Look at that. It doesn't fit. It rides up on the edge there. So these are completely useless. It's like so frustrating. And then I figured because of that I would make my own fuse holders. But for some reason I thought these fuses required an M5. Oh, maybe it is M5. Oh, thankfully. So I bought this M5 threaded rod. Okay, so I will make my own fuse holders. I thought they were M6. This is M6. Oh my god, it barely fits in there. Hang on, I thought I had checked this. Hold on a sec. So I've got these other fuses. Their dimensions should be the same. A watt-free diet. Okay, that's M5. Do the M6 fit in there? Not easily. Okay. I did a good job going M5. So essentially, my idea is going to be, I mean, a fuse box that actually fits these things, and it'll be M5 threaded rod. But then I got these. Oh, I didn't get them yet. Hang on, let me check my AliExpress. I don't think I got the part I need yet. Because if I did get them, that means they're upstairs somewhere. Or if the seller says that I got them, that means I didn't get them. Let's see. Oh my god, I ordered so much shit. By the way, I need to... Yeah, I'm going to double check there. Track order. Okay, at local delivery center. It's not here yet. I just want to check something here because I feel like I didn't get a single order from my podcast. Okay, so I got some orders on the 20th, got some orders yesterday. Let me just see if it's anything I mentioned on the podcast. No. 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 I did all that work to explain what I wanted to do, and then I didn't get any orders. Or I found some stuff that I thought would be really interesting that people could buy, and then nobody found it interesting enough to buy. That's okay. I find that more funny than anything. All right, so the idea is, well, here, let me, hang on a sec. I'll just show you. It's probably easier. This is a show method. AliExpress. I was bored, so I ordered digital command console Lego controller. Cost you £40, but it's almost brand new in box. Very nice. Let me hold on. I gotta Google what that is. Console Lego controller. I think I copied that. This thing. Okay. No, it's okay. This is an ADHD stream anyways. Doesn't matter. All right, M5 brass insert. So these are the regular insert nuts, right? They're standard. They just, yeah, this is what they look like when they're installed in something. They're like pressed in there. However, there are some with a flange, these guys. So I ordered these guys because they'll have a lot better contact with the fuse. And so the idea is that the fuse will be pressed in against this hard surface here, like this big surface, and so will the ring terminal, and this will be top and bottom. So essentially, I'm going to booger the threads on the bottom and force the threaded rod into it, and then it'll stay there, and then essentially it'll make contact. We'll be able to press down onto the wire or onto the fuse. So they cost way more to have this flange. Well, it's brass, so I think so. I think you could. I've never tried, but the little knurling might be a little weird, but So yeah, essentially I'm going to have this surface directly contacting everything. So everything, it should actually transfer energy pretty well. That's the idea. So they were hellishly expensive. So they were M5. I don't know. Hold on. Let me get the ones I ordered. So I paid $12.65 for, I think I got 100. So M5, these guys. Yeah, that's the welcome deal. Don't worry about that. And so yeah, I paid $12 and something cents, but 100 of them. And the idea is that you can pop as many. You can make I'll make a fuse holder with as many fuses as you need, essentially. And then I can either have a piece of brass going off to the side, and then you just put whatever you want, or it'll probably just be just this brass, and you would just put your ring terminal on there. So that's the deal. Thank you, Franco. And the idea too is these are going to be heat set into a like a handle, they'll be heat set into like a knob, so you'll be able to remove and whatever. Hang on, here, let me show you. Since I'm here, I might as well. These guys. So the plan is it's going to be like, this is M6. I need to check, see if that works, but I'll do that in a second. It'll be like, yeah, well, like this, like a finger knob, except it'll be heat set into them. Oh, here we go. I have one. So essentially it'll be like this. So instead of having a nut, it'll be just all brass, and it'll sit directly on top. So it'll be a little bit smaller than this nut, but it'll be like on top like that. So it's going to capture it. So let's see if the M6 works. Yeah, see, I was good. Good thing I didn't go M6. That does not fit. Ended up with plastic squeezing up the middle. Yeah, you have to design accordingly a little bit. Okay, so this is why I got M5. See, because I have M6 threaded rod, I want M5 because it'll fit better. There's a little bit of looseness there, but I don't really mind that. But I think this is silly. So anyway, so I think it's silly that they make these, and it does fit, but the fuse doesn't fit in there. Like look at the gap. So if it sits flush, like on the plastic, look at how much space when the plastic body sits there. So I bought this which was a single, but then there's this double. And this double is even worse. So you can see you can have wires coming in this way, this way, this way, or this way. And so this one here has a brass little crossbar here. It won't be loose once it's clamped. Yeah, exactly. So it's got this brass little crossbar piece that you can use to link both together. So you can have one input, two outputs. But then I bought these with these unshielded fuses because I thought, okay, I want to try the unshielded because it won't be in the way. But then it comes with this divider, so you can only use these unshielded fuses. And so this doesn't work at all. You can't put this at all. It's got the right spacing because it's the correct type of fuse, but you can't put this in at all, and it's too narrow. So you have to use these weird unshielded ones. Like, what the hell? I'm actually curious to see if this will burn at 30 amps. I am more than willing to pump 30 amps through here and see if it works. Although I don't have a power supply that goes up to 30 amps. So I need to get some of these at smaller currents. But I think this will spray molten metal everywhere though. This is not, I don't like the idea of this. At least in this plastic, it's like contained. I don't have anything, I don't have a controlled way of pulling that much current. Wait, do I? No, I don't. I could make something. But I won't do it today, at the very least. So yeah, now I need to get a freaking humidity bugs everywhere. It's more humid in the house right now too because it's been cooler overnight, so the AC isn't running like a madman. So essentially, I will do it for a video. I don't mind that, but I need to figure out a controlled way to pull 30 amps because I don't want to just short it and have it just blow chunks everywhere. And I'll have the no molten metal. No molten metal today. No way, man. I have so much like expensive stuff all over the bench here. I have to go and either set up outside or like in my little dirty room over there. So yeah, these things are utter disappointments, and I'm probably going to make a video about how I'm disappointed, and that will be when I release my own version. I am just so over Chinese stuff that doesn't quite, like, it would have been so little effort just to not make that little, just to make this a little bit further spaced. Whatever. It is what it is. But anyways, I got tons of these fuses. And then if this 5mm threaded rod works out, it's going to be good too. But yeah, essentially you're just going to booger the threads underneath. And then that should be it. Should have a nice low profile case that you can print out of PETG. Maybe I'll try to make these hinges, these living hinges in the PETG. But yeah, frustrating. They're not useless, they're just weird. So we're gonna put them somewhere. And yeah, I need do I have a box with fuses? I have 12-volt stuff. No. Oh, I have potentiometers and caps. That's interesting. Power and regulators. No, I don't have fuses. Okay, I'll have to make a new storage box with fuses. Fuses and breakers. Yeah, I'm not digging out my boxes today. So this goes back in here. Okay, we're almost done cleaning up. It doesn't look like it, but we are getting there. I'm putting a lot of stuff in the to clean pile though. Oh, I just dropped a container of super glue, and if I don't pick it up, I'm going to step on it and squeeze super glue all over my floor. So let's clean that up. Okay, almost there. So this, oh yeah, I have a container for brass stuff. This is going to be in the fuses to put away. Riv nuts, brass hardware, and heat sets. That's the box So that has my M3, my M6 rods. Now I've got the M5 rods. And I guess in principle, like, I already have all this brass hardware. Like, I can use these M5. These are M4. I have M5 heat sets somewhere. So I could technically just make one, but I want the ones with the flange, you know? I like the idea of the flange. That's good. All right, next up. I just looked up and saw the hole in my ceiling that I made from putting stuff away, or sorry, installing a shelf. All right, let's see. Move these boxes. Move this box. All right. Pots and caps. It's like pots and pans almost. These things. So these are some of the stuff we're gonna work with. These are like nicely interfacing potentiometers. These are for, like, you know, you can actually hold in your hands. You can mount to something, but you don't have to. So I got these because I need to do some automotive diagnostics at work. So I've got a bunch of these. These are, so I got 200K, 500K. It's just better for, you know, us mechanics when we get our grubby hands on stuff, get better grip. And like, the thing is, it's all plastic and it's got terminals on them, so I can put wires through here, and we can rest it on the car's bodywork without shorting anything to ground. So that's the concept here. So I got some 200K and 500K, and the reason I got those is because I have some different ones. I feel like I'm missing one. I don't think I bought 2 of 1 and 3. Oh, here it is. Right in front of my stinking face. There we go. So we got 500K and 200K there. And in here, my pots and caps, I have this one, which is 50K, so far lower. Has a nice dial though. And this one, also 50K. So I got 50, 200, and 50, 200, and what else? 500K. So these should cover me pretty much for all I need. These are going to come to work with me. Some of them. Some are for me, some are for the boss man. And we're going to use them for diagnostics. So, yeah, me too. They're expensive though. They're like $3-4 each. This is some of the thick wire I was using for my battery setup. I was using aluminum wire because I'm cheap. I don't know, am I cheap or am I poor? I'm like both. I'm like poor but not that poor, you know, but still poor. I don't know what this was used to wall mount, but there's only one screw. Oh, yeah, I put my power bar up. Oh, need to put this away too. Oh, need to put these away. Oh, and these are the screws for my battery mount, which I'm not going to use because I'm not going to screw them in the bottom of my boat. Doesn't make a lot of sense. All right, almost there, almost there. So these terminals I used to crimp. They were nice. Economical with expenditure. Can you get them in stereo? I think you can. These are also linear. They're not, whatever you call them, exponential or logarithmic. But I think you could. Oh, look at that. I'm in current mode because I was doing solar work. Gotta put it back. right. This is my little load. I use the N-Lov. Oh, there's my hand. Hello. I use the N-Lov microscope because I had a splinter that was too small to see. Okay. Crimping pliers. Need to find my case. Oh, I put it over here. There's the case. This I need to make a actual storage case for them. I want a hard case. I don't like this at all. I want to design a hard case. Actually, I want to show you guys something. So this, I hate this system. I have to open these little pouches and see where little... I hate this. This is horrible. Current mode reminds me of the conversation I had with your boss about the apprentices constantly blowing the fuses in the test meters. Oh man, I think so. When I used to work at the dealership, we had a Fluke 88.5, 89.5, the automotive one, anyways, and the apprentices would always, actually not even just apprentices, the licensed guys too. They would always blow the current fuse. And so I printed a giant sign, like just think a whole piece of paper with huge font. And I said, if you blew the fuse, let the foreman or myself know. And then underneath I wrote, if you're not sure if you did, you definitely did. So that's if you're not sure, you definitely did. So that was my contribution there. These automotive switches, I have a switch container now. Gotta throw these in. There we go. All right. So I want to show you something before we get to other 3D printed stuff, which are right here. They've been probably teasing you a little bit. So I bought from China a whole bunch of fishing lures, but more importantly, I printed this storage box for my fishing lures, and it came out really nice. Look at that. So it has an inner compartment. It has I bought magnets. They're gonna go into there. So that's magnetic. And then this is like, I'm gonna try not to stab myself here. But this is, so basically I'm going to trim this down. This is just, I have nowhere else to put these for now. But this fits inside here. Something's too tall. That sort of fits inside there, and this closes up, and then these little latches. And I need to put the little latches on to see if they work. So we might do that together. So the little clips. And they're going to clip down. And there's a gasket that goes on there, which I printed. I've been printing in TPU, as you can see. This is a flexible gasket, and that goes in this little groove. I haven't cleaned out the groove with the screwdriver yet, but let's see if we can fit it in there. Might have to drop a little bit of CA glue in there to keep it in its little groove. Yeah, there's little spots where it's not, the TPU did not print super well. But it did print. There we go. If I just kind of force her in there. Probably have to take it out, put a little drop of CA glue on the inside. But this, yeah, should work pretty well. And then let's put the latches on. I just need to remove these, just need to remove the screws. Glue a magnet inside the lid. If you knock it into water, you can magnet fish. No. I'm not going to knock it into the water, and if I do, then it is what it is. Like, knowing where I fish, if it's gone, it's gone. It just is what it is. Oh. Lots of people criticizing this thing, but honestly, I like it. Could I have gotten something similar for cheaper? Yes. Could I have gotten something as good for cheaper? No. People are just upset at this thing. It ain't cheap, but I feel like when I die, it's gonna end up at a makerspace because it'll still be good. You know what? Most of the lures I fish with are floating. So I wonder if I fill this with these are all floating lures. If I fill it with the floating lures, maybe because I don't have a weight, like a magnet on them, maybe that'll mean that I get to, I'll be able to recover it because it'll float. And by the way, I tried the electric screwdriver for this, like my little one. Doesn't have enough torque. You really got to give her a push. Fishing is not as passive as you would think. Like fishing, you can do the whole sit and wait thing, but that's not how most people fish. Fishing is quite active. It's not like sitting there and waiting for a bite. I mean, there's some of that if you want, but that's definitely not the vast majority of it. It's more like hunting actively, you know? Okay, let's see. Okay, that's a little bit stiff, but that's okay. Let's see if it works. So the first clasp. There we go. That's clipped in. That definitely works. Hey Johnny, how are you? How was your trip to the south? I think that's where you were going last time I saw you. Johnny, you're not one of the ones that are mad at me for buying a LTT screwdriver, right? Hey, I mean, it's not for everyone. I'm not saying it's for everyone. However, it is my escape. Very rainy trip, but when we arrived, we had 2 very sunny days. Oh, very nice. Is the Swedish South like the American South? Like, is there a bunch of hillbillies that marry their own family? Americans, I'm joking. Sorta. Okay, you're the one who doesn't care. Good. Man, so many people got mad. The LTT screwdriver, some people complained that I had complained too much about it, and some people complained that it's an overpriced piece of garbage and nobody should have one. It's just, people are weird, you know? Okay, let's see if she latches. So yeah, there it goes. Oh yeah. Oh, this latches further apparently? Oh, it does. Look at that. So that is well latched. There we go. And it'll wear in as well. So yeah, I need to like change my selection a little bit here, so it's you don't need every color all the time, but the idea is, oh, it's still too fat. You're too fat. Probably doesn't help that they're still in the bags. Oh no, it still doesn't fit. Oh, it's underneath. One of these is too tall. Because it needs to sit on these pegs here. If it doesn't sit on the pegs, it won't shut. Yeah. For some reason I started playing with your old Lego rebuilding kits. Hey, that's pretty nice. That. There we go. I think it's a nice little box. It costs a little bit more than I was expecting. This is about $20 of filament. Yeah, no handle. I don't think I need a handle, to be honest. It's about $20 worth of filament, so a little bit expensive. Adam, let's not do politics in here. I try to avoid it. Yeah, let's not do that. It seems like civil discussions on that matter are impossible, and we're not pointing any fingers. Also, let me just say, nobody should get shot. Not even the people who say they don't care if other people get shot. Even those people don't deserve to get shot. Yeah, please. But anyways, that is just, you know, I know you guys can be civil, but some people can't. So it is what it is. I'm gonna put my lures in a box and I'll deal with them after. Ouch. Did I just stab myself? I guess so. Just hooked myself. So yeah, these are cheapy Chinese lures. I think it was 40 bucks for all of them. There's a ton of them. All right, so point of showing you that is I want to build something similar for this. So those boxes are not economical. So this was, actually I didn't pay that much. I guess I paid, so this this cost roughly, let me double check, but I think it was 20 bucks for the roll, and I used like over 2/3. So it was quite expensive. Let's see, my orders. It was a PTG multi-pack. Jesus Christ, how far? Okay. Invoice. Discount. What? How much did I frickin' pay for this? Okay, I think it was... Okay, 68. Yeah, okay, I paid $70 for 4. That spool would look great painted silver and mounted to a wall. Really? Oh, because it looks like a reel-to-reel? Okay, so I paid $70 for 4 spools. So let me do the math here. So 70 divided by 4. So that's $17.50 per spool. And it says I've got about 300 grams left. So I used 70% of that. So 17.5 times 0.7. So it cost me $12.25 to print a fishing box. So that's actually roughly the price of a fishing box with equivalent storage, roughly. So it was not particularly efficient. Yeah, numbers are hard for me. So it wasn't a particularly financially efficient way to get a fishing box. However, there is no box like the way I want it of a crimper set. So I'm willing to spend the money, right? It's filament. It's filament and machine time. But I'm willing to spend the money on a solution for this crimper. So essentially, I want to have a case, and I want all these things to be paired like that, and like lined up, you know, here, there, and everywhere, magnetically. So it have like a 3D print. I could have a magnet, you know, a little magnet like this. These Voron sized ones. Actually, this is not Voron sized, I don't think. I don't think these are Voron sized, but these size magnets embedded. And then it would sit. There's another humidity bug. Get out of here. Crushed you. So it would sit like, you know, in the plastic like that, and then these guys, they would just sit on top like that, and you could just rip them out. So maybe it would have like this shape, you know, like the top shape, and then a pedestal for the magnet, and then you can just grab them from the side and pull them up. So that would be the idea, to lay that all out and then have a box that fits exactly the amount I have, plus maybe 5 or 10 or something, just some space. And then this would also be magnetically attached as well. So that's what I would like. And then the, you know, the $12 spent, it would be like a custom box that I would always have, right? So it wouldn't be that bad. Now that I have bigger 3D printers like this, these are the things that I have that I can do. I didn't even notice there's a middle piece there. Now the other thing is I have to decide before I start this whether it's for this or it's for this and this. Like, do I make a crimping case for this or a crimping case for my crimpers? So that's the decision I have to make. I love this one here with the tiny little jaws. I spent a lot of time looking for the correct crimpers for small stuff like that. And I believe this one will also work with these jaws. These are for like the insulated ones. So yeah, I have to decide if I'm making a crimp case for this or a case for my crimpers that I'll just take out and use my crimpers. Because yeah, I have 3 handles now. I believe they're actually different. Yeah. So this is a SN crimper. This would be a JX crimper. And this is the big boy. It is a HS crimper. And eventually, I'd like to get all of the, you know, except for the super uncommon ones, but all of the common teeth for all my crimpers. I love crimpers. These ratcheting crimpers are just the bee's knees. So, yeah, probably should make 1 box per. But if I make a box for these, I can include also these that I haven't even made a video on yet. These guys. Because these could have their own box. The iWis. They have all the, like the automotive style crimps. So this is the IWS 2820M and the IWS 2412M. So I have both. They're phenomenal crimpers. But every time I go to use them, like I keep them in this case because I don't know where else to put them. So every time I go to use them, I have to pull them out. This one goes from 2.2 millimeters to 0.7, and this one goes from 3.4 to 2.2. So between them, I have pretty much all I need. I just need a better way to store them. Oh yeah, and they have this little opening. They've got all the guides. Yeah, you see, you measure them while they're in parallel, then choose the width. Die is too narrow, die is good, die is too wide. It's pretty cool. I like these things. I do want to make a video on them, but it's just, you know, there's so much to do. I haven't even edited the multimeter video yet, and Unity didn't get back to me on the power supply video. Does that mean I can post it? Does that mean I should wait? I don't know. Frustrating. But my fault, so I can only get frustrated at myself. You know? It's gonna be one of those things. It is what it is. So yeah, anyways, this I want to do a solution for at some point. I probably will end up posting it probably next weekend. Give it some time to breathe and then post it. All right, centering punch, which is pretty bad. I've got tools scattered everywhere because I fixed my dryer. So I got stuff. Man, yeah, I need to find some storage solutions. All right, this goes under here. Oh, did I leave this on? No. This thing has been really useful, by the way. Having a flashlight available that with a magnetic side. I do like my more expensive one with the swivel. They can only ask you to take it down. Well, I'm trying to salvage my relationship here. I don't know. I don't think. I think it might be over between us. We'll see. We'll see. Only the future knows what is going on. All right, finally, 3D printed stuff. So, as you know, I've been trying to 3D print that little desktop excavator. Well, here's the tracks. This is probably attempt number 4. I got them to stick to the bed. Let's see if I can. This is a TPU. So I got them to stick to the bed. Oh, this way. But they got unstuck. And so if you see all this crap here, so they got unstuck. They completely failed. This is probably attempt 4. It's hard to say which attempt this was, but probably number 4. This is the next attempt after that. Attempt number 5. Look at all this. It was going absolutely ballistic. Look at that. You see that? It's just leaving strings everywhere. And is this the one? Yeah, so there's end missing here. This was pretty successful. I feel like I have some other ones that were worse. Back now, just sending error report to email in Chinese. Interesting. Oh yeah, here, yeah. See, there's missing some links. They got undone. See here, look at that weirdness going on there. Weird, huh? So they're kind of hard to print. This is see the stretch of it. Oh, it's delaminating front to back. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that might be a problem. Huh. Okay, guess they can't go that big, but it's cool because, you know, they're very flexible. So those are the failed attempts. I did get one to work. And they're on the printer right now. And they do need a little bit of cleanup. They did not print perfectly. But these are the finished ones. I think Professor Boots, the YouTuber who designed these, I think he has a couple of design features that make them hard to print. And I have a feeling he's going to update them at some point. But yeah, there we go. See, look, there's a lot of like little daggies. So they do need to be cleaned up quite a bit. But it did work. Should be good enough for a proof of concept. Could you make tape recorder belts? I cannot see why not. Do I have a piece? So here's the purge line. Not the purge line, but the little line that goes around to the print to make sure the nozzle is working well. Brim, skirt, I don't remember. But look how stretchy. Stretching, stretching, stretching. Very strong. So I couldn't see why you wouldn't be able to. These things are much stronger than rubber bands. So yeah, I couldn't see why not. Like, I mean, it's strong. To break it, you kind of have to give some force. This is like a tiny little piece too. If I grab this fur, I guess that breaks a lot easier. But like this, for example. Ugh, That takes quite a bit of force to break. It's where it's like not stuck in very well. It's quite a bit. Oh my god. That's gonna hit me. It's pretty strong stuff, actually. It's I'm gonna keep all these failures because I want to put them in the video. But it's pretty strong stuff. It's TPU. I think it's time to buy yourself a 3D printer. It feels like you're liking the idea of printing your own tape belts, because I do know I watch Craigslist Hunter, who's a guy that has a like a buying and selling shop. There's actually quite a bit of parts. I need to look at which parts I still need. And he buys tape decks, and the tape decks often have broken belts, and he says they're kind of expensive to replace. So I'm guessing you can print your own belts. I wouldn't say it's that difficult. But yeah, this is the color scheme, what it's going to look like. That's going to be a bit weird. Red and... Well, I can buy some black TPU, but it's kind of expensive, and I have TPU already. We have TPU at home, you know? And the reason that, like, this TPU is a couple of years old now. At the moment, I can still get belts for a few pounds. Okay, that's good. Let's see. Are we gonna buy 1 kg TPU? If there's a good sale, I'll get some. Justmaker, that's not a brand I know. 64D, that's very mushy. Yeah, see, it's kind of expensive. If I see a sale on some black stuff, I'll get it. But essentially, I would prefer, I think it was Duramic. Duramic had like a dark gray, and I think I would rather a dark gray than a black. I think it would look better on camera. Black is like just fades to nothing. Maybe it's Overture. Yeah, space gray. Is that it? Yeah. See that? I think that looks better on camera. But it's kind of expensive, you know? And I haven't got this thing working yet. Maybe once I get it working, then I'll do like a final assembly in like the proper TPU blue, TPU red, white, purple, yellow, and then yeah, no more. So because these guys would be $30. They do have a gray, but it's not a dark gray. I mean, I would give it a shot. Thing is, it's not easy to print TPU. As you saw with all the stringing. So I do prefer a name brand. Like if I could find like Overture, I've printed their stuff before. I think it's Overture I have now on the roll. Let me see. What do you got? What do you got? Yeah, Overture. That's the TPU I have right now. But like the roll is almost full. Even after all those failures. Let's see what the amount says. I have so I still have more than 280 meters of it. more than 800 grams, probably about 900 grams. So I've got plenty of TPU, so I'm not concerned. I'm not concerned about running out. Webcam. All right. Only have one more thing to show you guys, and it's this. Why do things when you can overdo things? This was a, I believe it was a Prime deal. Came with this stuff, cable ties and heat shrink, which I'm probably not going to use because it doesn't have the resin in it. But I bought this. So this is for the fish finder. This is a 2-conductor wire. I have to admit, I thought it was molded together. It is not molded together. Yeah, this is, you could knock someone out with this. Bang, 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 bang. This is a real chunk. But yeah, I thought it was molded, so I'm not super happy about that. It's not molded. That's okay, I guess. It's supposed to be copper. If it's not copper, I'm sending it back. So let's find out together. Let's take this. I don't have the microscope plugged in. Just trying to scrape the, oh yeah, I see copper color in there. Yeah, I do believe that's tinned copper, which is fine. That's that's what I was expecting, tinned copper, because it did say it was tinned copper. So good. Actually, I need to trim them now. Be the same length. There we go. So this is 18 gauge. This is 100 feet of it. Why did I order 100 feet? Because it was only a little bit more than 50 feet would have cost. And why not 50 feet? Well, 50 feet was a little bit more than what 15 feet would have cost. So I went down this road where the cost just kept going up and up and up, but not to the same amount. So I think this was 40 bucks. 40 bucks for 100 feet. And I only need a couple of feet. But it is what it is. Now I have it in stock forever. Where am I going to store it, you say? No idea. But I'm going to grab a couple of feet of this. Only like maybe 2 feet, 3 feet. And this will become my fish finder wire. Which will go with my whole battery system in the boat. It is useful to have. This is 18 gauge, and the reason why I could have got this a little bit cheaper on AliExpress. But on AliExpress, it's kind of hard to get your money back if it's not exactly what you wanted. Whereas on Amazon, I just drop it off at the local post office. There's no fuss, no hassle. So I do pay, like, if Amazon ever changes their return policy, my purchasing on Amazon will drop dramatically, because I buy from Amazon for 2 reasons. One is if I need it like right now, and 2, so if it's shit, I can just send it back. And their deliveries have been not as reliable lately. So they're telling you you get it one day and then you actually get it a different day. However, the return policy is still good. So I will keep shopping on Amazon for the time being. But once that is done, so am I. There we go. So this is all surplus now. Same with eBay. No problem with returns and refunds. So do you have to pay for return shipping though? Because on Amazon you don't. And I am wholly against paying for return shipping if someone lied on their ad, you know? That's the big issue for me. All right, let's get the fish finder out. So there she blows. Just unplug these. Unplug and unplug. So if you remember the plan here, is it a number 1 or number 2? I think number 1 will fit. So the plan here is to undo this. Pop this guy out somehow. Get out of there. We should clean this up too, so I'm going to do that. I have no idea what that white powder is, but I do suspect that it's mold and not corrosion. So that's going to have a alcohol bath. You have to pay for return postage, but eBay pay you back when it arrives on the other end. Interesting. Because Amazon, there's none of that. If you're an Amazon scammer, then basically you have to eat all the return costs. And even if you're not an Amazon scammer, if there's just a misunderstanding, you still have to eat it. There we go. Let that soak in alcohol, make sure everything dies in there. So yeah, it's a little bit unfair because people can take advantage, but that is honestly the reason I use Amazon, is because when someone misrepresents something, it's no issue. I get my money back. I don't even have to pay for shipping or anything. So yeah. So this is the positive on this side, and this should be a negative on this side. I just want to make sure now that... Oh yeah, I have to unspool this. Just want to make sure that the terminals I got will fit. It could be a spider nest. It is. The thing is, the compartment is waterproof. I'll show you in a second here. So if there was any bit of moisture in there, it was stuck in there for good. Let's see if we can remove this too. Okay, it's got little rubber grommets on it. This is an old unit, by the way. I But I've only used it a couple times. Like, it doesn't really, hasn't had any use, so I don't see the need to buy a new one unless I use this one and then I realize that it's not what I was looking for. You know what I mean? I haven't even used it enough to know if I like it or not. So here, if you see here, see it's got a rubber gasket all the way around. So it's kind of weather sealed. So if there was any bit of moisture in there, it could have grown mold, you know? All right, so terminals I got. So these are M3. You can see it through the bag because they put their, see their M3. Good for learning wit. I'm not sure what that means. Oh, like using this for learning? Yeah. I think it's, I don't think it's really much learning to be done, but what is nice is you get a clue of what the bottom looks like. And that's all I'm really doing is I want to map what the bottom looks like. So I probably don't have a wrench for that, unless this fits. Might have these little wrenches. Let's see. Because it uses a nut on both sides. I might replace that with a screw. Because God knows I have a ton of M3 hardware. I'm not running out of M3 hardware anytime soon. And I could use stainless hardware for this because the conductivity doesn't matter that much. It uses very little current, and we're going to test how little current it uses. Actually, I think we did test it a little bit. I just don't remember. But it uses very little current. I know that for a fact. Okay, so I have these little cross wrenches from RC Cars that should give us the correct size here. No, I think it's going to be Imperial. It is Imperial. Okay, maybe this one's a little bit different. Don't tell me I'm going to have to buy a set of nut drivers now. Let's see if it fits on this side. Nope, that's too small on that side. It's absolutely tiny, tiny hardware. So the other idea I had was to solder directly onto there, but I love, it just tickles me, the idea of just piggybacking and not modifying this at all. You know what, I don't know if you're picking up a small adjustable spanner, not a small one. Not a small one. I might have to buy nut drivers. I don't want to buy nut drivers, but here's the question. Is that 1/4 inch? Like, that doesn't fit. No. Or 1/8 inch, I guess. That is problematic, to say the least. I just need to get it out because I think that's M3. Actually, it might be M2.5. Kind of annoying. Okay, I'll go look through all these stamped steel wrenches I have. That is very annoying, though. I should have a set of precision sockets. Maybe that's what I can buy, a set of 1/4-inch drive, like precision sockets. It doesn't have to be, doesn't have to take a lot of torque. I really wish I had a nut driver, though. But although I don't know if they make nut drivers that small. Okay, I have this box of tools that are old as shit. Let's see. Just making sure there's none of my info in here. Sometimes junk just ends up. This is one of these boxes that I have to clear out eventually. You see things like this? If you had a, yeah, dude, I want a Milo so badly. It sucks being not limited by imagination, but by resources. It would pay for itself. I mean, sorta. Like I know that's not what you're saying, but because I run the YouTube channel, if I made enough content on it, I'm going upstairs, so you guys are coming with me, but yeah, because I make content, I could have it pay for itself over the course of a couple of years. But the thing is, I have things here that could pay for themselves in content, and I have not made content with them. So I think, if I'm being honest, I would buy it, but I would use it only to have fun. I feel like I wouldn't make enough content with it to justify its cost. Hopefully you guys are hearing me right now. I'm just looking for some tools. Oh, is that it? Nope. So essentially, I've got about, 3 times the amount of stuff than I have content. So it always rings hollow when I say I'm going to do things, and then I don't get to them on time, and then they go in the back burner, and then they just fester, and then I get mad at myself because I didn't do it yet. You know what I mean? Torque. That's all nut driver does. Yeah. So this is a precision set. This is from the Princess Auto, which is basically the Canadian Harbor Freight, which I don't really know the equivalent, but somehow I remembered that there's these things in him, and I don't know what size. But yeah, probably, if the hole is big enough, I will probably replace these with M3 nuts and bolts. It's, unfortunately, I believe it is Imperial. So I'm not sure this is going to work the way I wanted it to work. It's, hang on a sec. That's a 5 mil. This is a 5.5 mil. They're really hard to get on there. Okay, there's a 6mm. So the thing is, I think the wrench is too big to fit in there. This is turning into a catastrophe because I believe, oh, that's spinning. But I believe this is Imperial hardware, which is kind of embarrassing, but as a Canadian, I'm not well equipped to handle, because I should be. Is this loosening at all? Don't think so. That's definitely Imperial. Okay. Let's see what a precision set. Let's see what this would cost. So it's about what that is. Let's see. 4, 5, 6. That doesn't really help me. Needs to be Imperial. I have a feeling these kits are all going to be virtually the same. Yeah, mini wrenches, mini sockets. I don't need all these other bits. Look at how massive these sockets are. You have a listing of what's in there. It's all millimeter. All the Chinese stuff is going to be metric. So that's not good. Like how much is, what sizes are these? What's the sizes? Millimeters? No, I said SAE. It says metric SAE. I need SAE. Let's try the old Princess Auto. Not private. Let me just make sure. Okay, that's the actual Princess Auto. Okay. That's good. Precision set. Oh, I'll just go precision set. Let's see. Price ascending. So here you get to see the Canadian prices. UK and Canada eBay links go to different places. They do. They do indeed.
say that's a hot buy. Oh my god. God. Alright, what's in the box? Tip size, Phillips, nut driver bits, all metric. What are you doing? This is another one. Yeah. Only a couple of, metric sockets. Stop that. I just want, just let me see. Oh, this one has low reviews. They don't let me open a new tab. I don't remember which one I clicked. This one now. Okay, that looks like metric as well. Sockets, yeah, metric. These don't even have sockets. Is this a job for AliExpress? Oh. Nut drivers need little ones. Those are too big. Too big. I need smaller. Precision. Well, SAE is what we say for Imperial here. You could say Imperial as well here. I mean, you come up with the same things. Look, see, Imperial, but then here's all metric. It's just the enshittification because everything has been reduced to keywords, and then so people just put in as many keywords as humanly possible. Metric. And I don't think AliExpress lets you use Boolean search either. So these are metric. Ships to Myanmar? Yeah. Yeah, you get nothing. Like these will be, again, they're metric. I've had results back when I didn't have to have a single word to do with the product. Yeah, exactly. Kind of the in-shitification of everything. So yeah, I only see metric stuff. I mean, in 0.5 millimeter increments, you'd think there'd be something. Like, if you look at this, so there's 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5, 5, 5.5. So you'd think that would work. So this is a bit more frustrating than I thought, because I really wanted to get those out today. But it doesn't seem like I'm making any progress. Like, this is too big, but I have these other ones on the side, but they won't fit down in there. So that's a no-go. And they're tight, and they use nylock. So I don't think I'd be able to, like, 3D print a tool. Definitely didn't make any progress. Because, like, this is way too loose. This doesn't fit. How about on the other end? Size is this 4.5. Size is this 5. Nope. It's much bigger than 5. But the other side is much smaller. Or, like, it doesn't. The 4.5 is too. So 4.5 is too big. Yeah, too small, sorry. And 5 is, look at that. It's way too big. You can probably spin it a little. Yeah. It spins a little, but then it slips. So, need something to get onto here. But I don't have. Let me look next door in my dirty shop, but I don't think I have anything here. Let me look on the floor here first. My miscellaneous toolbox that I keep saying I'm going to organize, but I never do. So let's be honest, I'm not gonna. Nothing in there. Nut drivers, huh? So now I'll go next door. I feel like if I had 1/4-inch drive sockets down here, I might be able to find one that works. These are like this is the workbench that I. Oh, my mic is all sideways. It's not gripping very well to this shirt. There we go. That might be better. So I used to work on RC cars a lot, but the only thing is I don't remember having many, if any, nut drivers. I think all the nuts were easily accessible, not easily, but accessible with those cross wrench tools. And I think all of the modern RC cars, they have metric hardware. don't see anything in there. And if so, that's gonna suck, because I was kind of hoping to get that done. Okay, well, I have another cross wrench here. I don't know if it's going to be any different, but we're going to try. Yeah, I don't think 3D printing will be a good solution. It's a bit small, and the strength is just not there for stuff that small. Here, a different cross wrench. Oh, it does look lightly different. Nope. Nope. Dang it. That's like way too loose. Hang on, let me try something. What if I put plastic? No. No, I don't think I can get a chuck in there. Too small. But maybe if I shim one of these cross wrenches with plastic, that might work. Let me get a cheapy plastic bag, and hopefully I have the correct tools in stock to replace, or the correct hardware in stock to replace that stuff. If I just jam this in there, what do I use to jam it? A screw or something? Just jam that in. If I can get enough purchase on it, it just needs to heat. It just needs to heat up the nylock. It'll become easier to move. Hang on a sec. There is method to this. So you pop something in there, and then you can sort of tear it off after. You can sort of leave that bit in there, kind of hold it. Here, let's see if that works. All right, hold this. And if I don't have the hardware I need to replace this stuff, I will order the hardware I need. Might be working. It's very hard to know. It does feel like it's getting easier. Ooh, it is stripping the sides though. Gently. Okay, let's see if we made any progress. Oh yeah, it'll definitely replace with metric. So I don't think I made any progress. Nope. And I really have no tools that can grab that. Like, it's just so narrow. So small. Yeah, I know. I thought it was so close. Here, let's rip and tear.
pop this in there. See if 2 layers of plastic helps. Thing is, the more attempts I do, the more futile it's going to become. Because if I strip this head on this side, oh, I think I got it. I did. I do have it. There we go. That's one out. There we go. That's one. I'm gonna mark this too because I don't want to screw it up. I don't know if it has reverse polarity protection. So that'll be negative, positive. That was in there tight. All right. It does look like an M3 bolt will go through the hole, but we'll have to see. Oh, that slipped. It's not a good sign. Oh, no, it didn't slip. It loosened. Oh, yeah. There we go. That is out. I'm probably going to put this in a baggie with a label, Imperial Hardware Do Not Use. Okay, let's see if M3 hardware will fit in there. But this looks like it is free now. Yeah, that is completely free. All right, let's find some M3. I do have M2.5. Oh, knocked something down. That's okay. I do have M2.5 somewhere. But I want to see if I can put M3 hardware in. Looks like all of my M3 though is this coated stuff, so hopefully that works. I think it should be conductive. But I'll check that momentarily. First, let's see if it fits. I think it will. But I'd rather not use this black stuff. I want this. Oh, here. I have some. 2 different lengths, though. Oh, that's because they're cutoffs. I made them custom length. Hang on. Let's dig into my Cyborg stuff. So M2 by 6 is a little bit. So I do have M2. That's good. M3 by 6, M3 by 8. Probably want a little bit longer than that. 3 by 8, M3 by 10. These guys. 1, 2. There we go. Okay, so fits through the terminals. That's good. Now just make sure it fits through the holes. But now I can actually use like actual tools to get it in there. No more of this struggle bus. Okay, so it definitely fits through the hole. Okay, that's a good sign. There we go. So that's good. All right, next thing. Does it fit my M3 terminals? It should, because they're M3. Yeah, no issues. Everything fits. The only thing is, I won't be sure if we'll be able to drive down the nuts, because the M3 nuts might be a different size. Let's see. I would like to use Nylock. Oh, that's the perfect size. So, everything's good. All is well. Maybe I want more than... Hold on. I might be overthinking this, but I want longer than 10 mils. I'm gonna go 12 if I got it. Because I have extra space for length underneath there. So why jump on the struggle bus when you don't have to? I think that's what I'm gonna do. I don't know where the other M3 went. Oh, here. All right, M310. Back in, 2 extra millimeters. I think I've learned not to be so freaking conservative with my hardware. It's just gonna sit here for the next 20 years anyways. There we go. A little bit more extra length. So we can run these in. So relieved this works. Look how much easier this is than the BS we were dealing with just a minute ago. I have the habit of saving parts and hardware for the good project, which never happens. I do that too. And that is a mental health condition for me, I think. I have the... I believe Whitney Cummings on a podcast, she calls it out as resource scarcity. Like we have this feeling that we're not going to have enough resources to go around. That's from our old hunter-gatherer days. And we need to get rid of that mentality because, yeah, I do the exact same thing. And the stupid thing is that I do this, and I know I do it, but the issue is I literally will I will purchase things to use on the channel, and then I will feel bad about using up things on the channel. I literally bought it for that reason. It's frustrating. I frustrate myself with my own behavior. Bad behavior. Do I want heat shrink on this? No. No, I don't. Well, we sort of live in a world of plenty. Electronics-wise, we live in a world of plenty. Like cheap Chinese stuff. We definitely live in a world of plenty. It's horrible. Also, Marcus, I have to apologize to you. Because I suffered burnout, I believe I have ruined my relationship with Unity. So I don't know if you guys are ever getting that spec in. Sorry. That looks like a really good crimp, actually. I did get a little insulation in the wrong spot. But we go. Kind of textbook. Yeah, that, you know, I just keep thinking like I should have just sucked it up and made videos, but the thing is though, when I was sitting down here, I couldn't for the life of me suck it up and make videos. And the thing is, I don't know if my relationship's ruined yet. They just don't, they're not answering. So they could be like my contact could be on vacation. But I don't know if that's something that I tell myself to feel better, you know? I have no idea. Nope, 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 nope. So, yeah, it's one of those things I'm not proud of, but it's happened a couple times. I've really ruined sponsorship relationships because I got way too much on my plate, and usually I can manage, but I think the additional stress of the sponsorship just sends me off the edge. Then I can't do shit but watch YouTube videos. Supposed to be reworking a presentation from 10 years ago to give tomorrow, but here I am. Yeah, I do that too. Oh, again, a little bit too much on the insulation, but I think you'll see that since this uses very little current, I think we're going to be okay. The only thing I do want to put is a little bit of my heat shrink with the resin over here. But I kind of want to test it. But if I test it, I'm never ever going to put that heat shrink with the resin on. So it's one of those things. Ooh, this is a smaller terminal. I'm going to put that underneath these terminals. This guy, then this guy, and then this guy. And then essentially the nuts will squish these guys down. How many people do you have for the summer camp, by the way? How many participants? You bastard. You know what's going to make me feel better? Is to use washers. Only 7. First time, we were hoping for more. Actually, 7 is a really good turnout. I would agree that it would be nice to have more, but 7 is a good group. Plus, you kind of remove the people who are sort of not really interested. They're just looking for something to do. Is it, are you guys going to be, oh my god, just chaos. Is that going to bring some cash flow in for you guys? I hope so. Oh, there's a washer. Okay, I need to remove this. Yeah, but so the deal with that, in my experience, is that because you guys charge less than daycare, you do get people who are not super interested. Yeah, I'm having fun. Well, I mean, I'm working. You guys are the ones suffering more than me. Do parents have to attend, or is it just the kids and you guys will be in care and control of the kids? Because I find like some parents, they are budget focused first and foremost, and so they weigh the options, and then they're like, oh yeah, cool, you get to see a giant satellite, and the kid's like, cool, and then after like one day, students 16 writes a space column for a local community newspaper. That is super cool. Okay, I thought it was like a kids thing. That is awesome. Well, I am impressed. Look at me, I'm friggin' 36 and I don't do shit. That is really cool. You see, the doomers are always saying, today's generation this, today's generation that. Oh, that is really cool. Yeah, the doomers are always complaining about today's generation, but then I see there's more than a few people doing really cool stuff at a young age, and I'm just like, I'm not worried about the new generation at all. Plus, like, the new generation has to work so much harder than I did, and so much harder than my parents did, and so on, that I think they are not weaklings. They are tough. They have to be. Plenty of keeners, few slackers. Yep. And honestly, the way the systems are in place, I don't blame any slackers. In a different world, I would be a retreatist as well. Say, you want to take your ball and go home? Fine. I'm just not going to play then. Now, arguably, I would need a fuse on the positive wire. But then what's the fun in that? No sparks. Trying to get these in a little bit. Son is currently unemployed. High Tech is undergoing a large downturn. He's probably moving up to James Bay with his girlfriend for a year. She has a 1-year teaching contract in a Cree village up there. Yeah, shit is rough, man. I wish your son the best. But like, I teach the trades, and people say, oh yeah, just go in the trades. But man, the trades are a rough freaking life. I don't recommend the trades unless you get something out of it that's not a salary. You need more than a salary to make the trades worth it. I think they did. Yep, Adam. Some computers will be unrecoverable because the keys are the whatchamacallit keys. The BitLocker keys are stored in a computer that's boot looping, which is not great. Let me just, I'll go do this off camera. I'm just going to brush this off with a paintbrush, but you'll be hearing me. I just need to do it over the sink so I don't get nasty alcohol water everywhere. And also my brush is over here, where the nasty alcohol water is. All right, so pour that out. Give that a scrub, and then I'll probably, yeah, that's not exactly, oh no. The alcohol is dissolving the plastic. Let's rinse that out, shall we? Let's rinse that out quickly. Okay, well that was something. My paintbrush is now filled with plastic particles. Who uses a alcohol soluble plastic these days? And by these days I mean this device is definitely like 20 years old. But let me show you. Oh my god, I keep getting my mic cable stuck places. All right, let me put this down here and put this down here. So that has no water on it. This has no water on it. Where are we gonna put that over there? Yeah, I don't know. Let me show you, though. It is 70% isopropyl. Let me just this just straight alcohol on this. This, which is not even necessary because it's just the bus bar for the top. But oh, and the spring fell off. Look at that. Maybe it was battery goobers. But isn't that weird? Because I didn't know what the stuff was that was on it, but no, that's melted plastic. Maybe the alcohol and the battery goobers. Yeah, that's where the white stuff was, yeah. So maybe it was the battery goobers that mixed with the alcohol. I don't know. I have no idea. But it's definitely all coming off. Look at that. It's like flaking off the plastic. It's all eaten and stuff. Don't really want to put my hands in it. But that's weird. Very weird. Never seen such a thing. Maybe it was like that and you didn't notice because there was white stuff? No, because now it's soft. I don't know. I have no idea. So this was given to me in like 2009, maybe before that. So I actually have no idea what anything is or was in here. I don't remember. It's been so long, and really I have not used it. But even look, even the solder mask is compromised. You see how it's thinner? Because it came off on the toilet paper too. Very weird. But alas, we don't need this to test it. I'm just going to put all the pieces together. These guys are in the do not use. Hey, Curtis. Yeah, it's very weird. I don't know. Also, you know what's funny is I bought 200 ring terminals, so M3 and M4, and I bought 100 feet of dual conductor cable just to use like 3 feet of dual conductor cable and 2 ring terminals. So two ring terminals and like 3 feet of cable. So this is my life. The life of a hoarder. Get in there. There we go. MnO2 in regular cells can oxidize alcohols to form ketones. Well, I believe that's about accurate as to what happened there. Also, there's one screw in here somewhere that I do not want to lose. I think it's this one. It goes in there. I've got nothing on Gabe. I don't know. You haven't seen my shop, but I definitely don't have room for boats. But I do own one boat, and I gave the other boat to my dad, so I had 2 boats. But technically, I mean, the boat is still there, so I have 2 boats. Like when I gave it to my dad, I didn't like lose access to it. Okay, head. Well, it's not, it's a, okay, so yes, it is a money hole. Agreed, it's a money hole. However, it's a very comparatively inexpensive money hole. It's a aluminum rowboat with a motor on it from 1969. Little 9.5 Evinrude from 1969. So, yes, boats are always expensive. But as far as expenses go, this one's fairly cheap. And again, it's for my mental health. I went fishing with my dad. Must have been Friday morning. So I took him fishing, and the water was just so calming and relaxing, so nice. I have, if you go on my Nothing Half So Nice as Messing About in Boats from Wind in the Willows. Yeah, there we go. If you go on my secondary channel, oh, you know those threaded inserts I was telling you guys about that I ordered? There's one of them. So it's a threaded insert with a flange. So that's exactly what I'm going to have. So if you go on my secondary channel, SE Con Dairy, in there's a video of me testing out my trolling motor in my old boat, and just the calm of the water is incredible. Okay, this has to fit sort of inside that flange. Why don't you fit inside that flange? Why aren't you going back together? Nothing so fine as drinking white wine floating around in the river. Yeah, I'm not a wine connoisseur, but I believe you. So there's a rubber there that has to go onto there, but it feels like it used to fit flush. And thanks for the link, Franco. I don't see anything else, so it has to be on there. This should, oh, there we go. So that goes in there. Yeah, there we go. Something doesn't quite fit right still, though. Whatever. I'll figure it out some other day. As for right now, there we go. Okay, so I think that's the power. And this is the sounder. So now all we have to do, first of all, I'm going to put the sounder far away from me because I do think it scrambled my brains last time. Not that there's a lot to scramble, but it does send frequency waves and made me feel a little bit funny. Could have been in my head. Anyways, sounder is far away from now. All right, let's, I don't know how I want this done. Do you think my stripper will strip this outer sheath? If I could find my stripper, we could find out together. Oh, here it is. All right. Oh, it did, but it did damage the inner sheath a little bit. It's okay. You know what? I want a little bit more. Let's give this the chop. I'll never get that factory edge ever again. So sad. All right, let's unclip this. Unclip this. Ooh, I'll need a switch for this. Right? Because this will be plugged in all the time. I do have... No, actually, it'll be fine. No, because yeah, I won't leave it plugged into the boat. So yeah, don't need a switch. Good. One thing less to worry about. No switches required. Okay, so let's turn on the power supply here. We'll set a voltage limit. We'll put 10 volts because that'll be like a worst case scenario. And a current limit of like, let's say 1 amp. All right, so you guys should be able to see the display here. Gave you vertigo filming it. There are days when I wish I was a character of Wind in the Willows without a care in the world. I'm not quite understand. What is Wind in the Willows exactly? Is it a TV show? A poem? A book? All right, here goes. So, no power. Turn on the power supply. You got 10 volts.
Ta-da! It works. Children's book. Oh, gotcha. Adam, I do not doubt that. So it works. It's perfect. It's pulling 400 milliamps, 0.4 watts at 10 volts. That's a worst case scenario. Typically, voltage will be set to about 12. So at 12 volts, same thing, half a watt. Sure works. We have successed. Does that say it has a backlight? I don't know about that. Yeah, now it's pulling 1 watt. Now it's pulling 0.4 watts. So there we go. Tales from the Riverbank was an American ripoff. Interesting. So the only other thing now is I have to figure out how to connect this, but I probably want a fuse on this end for sure. I'll probably just use an automotive fuse. If I move the boxes that I just put in my own way. Where'd you go? I miss you so. There we go. These guys. So knowing that they only take, they only use about an amp. Like not even. Talking about like a couple of fractions of an amp. So I can use a very small fuse. Peanut butter? Where's the peanut butter? This is a 5 amp fuse. 7.5. Thickness. 7.5 is the smallest one. So yeah, probably make the other end with a 5 amp fuse. So then if I short circuit anything over on this side, it shouldn't be an issue. Everything will be okay. So then, yeah, all you do with these things is there's a loop of wire. You just chop it. They used to, in the show, oh. Isn't that Mr. Ed? the horse? Yeah, like that, and then I'll probably put a fork terminal at the other end. Be good to go. Could use a barrel jack. I kind of like the ease of use. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, really small fuse because this doesn't draw very much at all. And then that is it. This works. I can't wait to... Tales from the Riverbank used hamsters and guinea pigs. Ah, I see. I can't wait to see the depth of the lake in certain places because it's a little bit black water in areas. You really can't see the bottom. Oops. And sometimes you see the bottom, but it's because you're in a clearer section. So it's really hard to judge how deep everything is. And then the plan, for those of you who showed up a little bit later, is I have these suction cups. And the idea is these suction cups are more reliable, the ones with the little pull thing, than the one on the transducer. So I'm going to try both to stick the transducer onto the hull. Yeah, it should be a lot of fun to see, to mess around with
with the boat and see what happens. I might make a secondary video, a sea condary. I remember hanging with the whale sharks near Holbox. Well, I don't think my lake goes that deep. However, there is a section which I believe, so I was taking readings on this like 10 years ago or something like that, and I think I found a section with 200 feet. And the rest of the lake is like 40, 50 feet, that kind of thing. But I believe I found a section with 200 feet, and I'm curious to put a glow-in-the-dark worm on a weight and send it down there and see what's in the bottom there, because I don't think people fish there. It's like kind of like in the middle. There's like let's say this is that section of the lake. And then there's like a fishing spot here. There's like rocks protruding out, like a little island. And then there's a fishing spot here. No, I don't have anything that can go 200 feet down, or else I would. I wanted to build an ROV for the longest time, but at those depths, it's insane. But I'm going to map it anyways. So if I see something interesting, then I'm going to work on an ROV or something. But anyways, so there's an island here, small one, and then a little bit of rocks protruding here. And then over here, there's like bays and stuff. But in between these rocks and the bay, this section, I think, goes over 200 feet down. So I want to confirm, right? Because I was young. Maybe I was going too fast. I was younger than I am now, at least. Maybe I was going too fast and it distorted. I don't know, but I'll go over there slowly and see if there's anything down there, and if there is a big depth, then I want to send a glow in the dark worm down there and see if there's lake trout or something like that. I believe lake trout go down deep. Sensitivity, depth range, auto, yep. Zoom off, chart speed, fish alarm, depth alarm, filter, setup, light. I think we went through this before. Contrast, fish ID plus, structure ID, bottom view black, or white line, or inverse. Battery alarm, don't need any. Let's see, what do we have? 8.5. Oh, maybe I'll put a battery alarm if it's under like 9.5, like let's say 11, time to go home. Language English. Yeah, this I want feet and Celsius. Doesn't work. So meters and C. There we go. Lake Superior is regarded by geologists as an inland sea. Max depth is something like 500 meters. That is insane. That is scary. That is some scary stuff right there. So yeah, anyone want to come fishing? Marcus, do you want to come fishing? You got a license to fish in Quebec? we're gonna go explore the depth of the lake. I'm probably gonna end up going by myself because my old man likes. He just started fishing with me, but I don't think he's that interested in exploring what the lake looks like at the bottom. Essentially, fishing for spam. No, I was fishing for pike a couple days ago. I don't know if you Europeans have pike in the same way as we do. Northern pike is pretty insane. The here, let me screen. Fishing for a compliment, fishing for trolls.
Northern pike. These guys. So, not this big, not yet, not this year. But I caught some nice ones. Let's say 3 pounds. That's not a 3-pound pike. That's bigger pike. But yeah, I caught a smaller, maybe about that size. Back in the day, I worked on an underwater sensor array for a PhD project. Interesting. If I had a more reliable motor, oh, this, you see this sometimes too. The pike will attack a fish that's on the line. Massive albino pike in our docks once. Very nice. So as I was saying, yeah, if I had a more reliable motor, I would love to fish closer to home, but I have to go all the way up to the cottage since it's a still body of water. One day I'll have something reliable. Outboard motor. Not these Chinese ones, that's for sure. These are rough. They're loud as shit. And they're expensive. The Hengkai do make, there we go, like a 12 horsepower. See, if that was a 9.9, I would be seriously considering it, but it's not. $18 horsepower? No, no. Anything here in Canada, anything 10 horsepower and above, you have to get insurance for. And you have to register your boat and stuff like that. So I want a 9.9 or smaller. Like this is 6, that's not too bad. But expensive though, $13.50. And 1 rating. All the reviews have been rejected. Interested. Very interesting. So yeah, these cheap Chinese Hengkai motors are pretty interesting. But I do have my trolling motor. So I'm pretty happy about that. It just doesn't get me to where I want to go quickly, but it does go. All right, let's see if we can find this old one that Adam ordered. Was it Adam? Classic. Is there a year that I should be searching for what the controller looks like? Vintage. Oh, thank you. That's going to be much easier. 9753 Lego. This guy? That looks fancy. That looks very fancy. You know what why this makes me sad? Because I cannot figure out how to use NRF24L01 because I would love to build my own RC controller. It's just so like impossible. I cannot figure it out. Pretty neat. Looks good. And you said you found it like new in box kinda? eBay.com. $70 or best offer. Look at how fancy. It's like basically not used. Oh, it says never used. I guess there's marker on it. Somebody wrote stuff. This is probably owned by a school, I'm assuming. Yeah, educational set. There we go. Vintage set, released in, don't know. Mm-hmm. I don't know where K4A0A1, probably downtown. D cells? Oh, C cells. Yeah. Hey, Peter. How's it going? But yeah, this was definitely in a school. Like this stuff, and it was number 5, and then the manual is for number 2, so it wasn't put back in the right place. Yeah, I would convert this to USB PD though. I would do no modifications, just like I did with the fish finder here. I would convert it to USB PD, probably with like a dummy cell or something. Oh, that's it. That's all that's on eBay. There's just one. That's it. 11 people watching. This is my jam. Oh, I want this one. So I've been looking for this thing, but not with any serious intent. And this thing. This thing gets really expensive for some reason. Mark II version and a power adapter, but not found one of those. Oh, interesting. So yeah, because like, see, it's like this is fairly cheap, but then I have to pay double the cost for the shipping. And this is US dollars, so once in Canadian dollars, it's 30% higher. But yeah, I got this one. I've showed you guys this one. This one I actually had when I was a kid. But I'd love to have the whole launch command, like the whole thing. So this one, which I have, then there's this guy, there's the helicopter, and then there's the rescue thing. One of your portable reel-to-reels use 6 D-size batteries, weighs a ton. Yeah. Yeah, those batteries are huge. Good. The freaking cost of vintage Lego is insane. But it's because people like me try to relive their youth. There's also a Lego police station that I had that I would love to get, but I don't remember which one it was. Like, I don't know the kit name or anything. That's definitely not it. That's not it. It had like a jail on the water, and it had like a shark. Similar to Find a Nice Boombox, yeah. Very true, but those, the belts all wear out. So yeah, I don't know which police station set I had. I sent Lego physical mail when I was a kid because I said your police station doesn't include a box of donuts. And then they sent me a generic form letter back saying, we can't accept outside ideas and stuff like that. So that was a thing. Vintage. Yeah, I don't see my police station. Oh, this is it right here. Metro Police PD station. This was it. Yep. Oh, did it come with a boat? I didn't remember the boat. The helicopter for sure. This is it. That was the kit I had. So simple back in the day, huh? Yeah, and the jail had some way to open as well, like to sneak out. Oh yeah, you know this guy's shady because he has a mustache. It's called Use Your Imagination. Yeah, I know. Yep, this was what I had when I was a kid. Look at how much money they want for it. But at least now I know it's $65.98. 6598. There we go. Complete plus instructions. $250 US. You have a shelf on your shop, about 6 kits waiting for replacement parts. I bought a vintage AM FM portable radio a couple weeks back to use in my talk tomorrow. There we go. I have a vintage. Oh my god, this one's new and sealed. They want $2,000. I have a vintage desk fan here. Wait, you have a local junk store, Marcus? Is it? It's not Value Village, right? What kind of junk store? I want to go see. I didn't know Ottawa had junk stores except for thrift, an antique market. Where? Postponed. Had a teacher who swore by Avos. Tried to compare. Oh my god. I hate that everything is in Toronto. So A1 Electronics. Etobicoke. My wife lived in Etobicoke for a little bit. Oh boy. Yep, this is the kind of thing. That would be cool to go browse through. Look at all these categories. Some of them are not even filled. Oh, because they're alphabetical. Oh, yes. Is there like surplus? Not quite. I guess the whole thing is surplus. It's the same guy running it. Interesting. Well, they're celebrating their 47th anniversary, and I don't know if this is like local. Do you think they want to do a podcast? I mean, this image I don't think this is their... I don't think this is recent anymore, looking at the age of these cars. He's a character, so maybe. The thing is, I want to go to the shop first, though. I want to go visit. You were there last year. Yeah, so I would have to... Oh, Jesus. Switch to... That's such a jarring switch. That's awesome. I would have to go visit first. So next time I'm in Toronto, I'm gonna go visit, take a look around, and then I'll have something to talk about. Let me send you guys to the naughty chair for a second, because I have a notification. Oh, just a new video, I think. Yeah. Too bad there wasn't more sale. Sale. I don't know what that means. But yeah, that's a crazy switch. I don't know what sale is. What is this? S-A... Sayal. Secure.sale. Oh. Where is this? Ah, another Toronto. Victoria Park Avenue. Super discount. Let's do that. Kind of pricey for Chinesium. I mean, they're cool toys though. Are they cheaper on Amazon? Maybe. I mean, we love Chinesium here. 10-year-old nerd living in Toronto, total paradise for electronics parts stores. Yeah, I mean, here we have Allied Electronics. Allied. But you have to order. Oh, it's RS Online now? But anyways, you order online. This is it, right? Yeah. I think there's still stores in Ottawa. Yeah, right there. 1155 Lola Street, K1K. That must be like central. Waterloo, Burlington, and Toronto. To be honest, Burlington is Toronto to me. They do sell ICs and parts though, yeah. So yeah, Allied, I can order direct. The thing is, I've checked, and ordering from Mouser from the States is cheaper than Allied for the most part. So it's kind of shitty. And like even like buying from Amazon, like if you go like, yeah, sure, it's 1040 or whatever, but you get 50 and this is cheaper than paying for shipping from Mouser. Like, so 555 timer. So here, just a SparkFun? No. Like just a regular, give me a regular dip package. Through hole. So in stock. Search. I don't know which one it falls under. I don't want Spark Fun. But anyways, look, they're like $2 each, and then you have to pay like $20 of shipping. Canada Post is not. Oh, here we go. Oh, there, it's better. 76. So it's like 77 cents a pop. However, you still have to pay like $20 of shipping. Element 14. I don't know. I didn't when I was looking at their stuff too. Newark. So when I was looking at their stuff, the shipping was insane as well. Canada English. Let's go. Okay, so I don't think that's so like $2 each. $2, 92 cents. So as you can see, it's kind of expensive. So let's put 10. Shipped from our UK warehouse. Ugh. Go away. It's going to cost so much. And the reason I didn't check them out before is because their Raspberry Pi prices are like through the freaking roof. So they're 83.40 for a 4 gig, 111.20 for an 8 gig. But then don't forget, it's going to be like $40 shipping. It's coming from the UK. So let's say $150. And like even the gougers on Amazon are cheaper. So yeah, not a big fan of Newark. Anyways, I think I'm gonna have to go use the washroom, and so I think we're pretty much done. So I'm just gonna end it here. You buy from RS Electronics, a bit pricey but great quality. Yes, that's what we have now, but I'm using Mouser so far. Seems okay. Like I got a box. Oh, my sounder is still active. Let's turn it off. I don't know if it's actually good for the transducer to be run out of water. So I have this box. I think it's this box. Yeah. Oh, I did print the controller shells. What an idiot. So I have this project for a controller, like a DIY controller. And then these are all parts from Mouser, essentially. So anyways, yeah, so Buy a Pi is from Ottawa, but they charge you for local pickup. I wanted to buy a Pi Zero from them, and they're like, okay, but you'll have to come pick it up, and you'll have to pay us for it. So that was stupid. But anyways, I guess that's it. That's all for me. So you guys have a great day, and tomorrow I'm working, so there's no stream. Tuesday I'm working, no stream. Wednesday I am off. There might be a stream then. So see you then. Have a good one, guys, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday, if you've got any left.